Conan the Barbarian, number 1, Titan Comics, August 2023. Greetings, friends. Today we are looking at Conan the Barbarian, issue number 1, published by Titan Comics in August of 2023. This is part of a 4-issue series, and this is all new Conan stories written by Jim Zub and illustrated by Roberto de la Torre. If you saw my previous video, I had reviewed the Conan issue number 0, which was the free comic book day issue. So that was just an introduction. This is where the real story comes in. So let's start off by taking a look at this amazing cover by de la Torre. Absolutely fantastic. Once again, he's channeling both Frazetta and Buscema, hearkening back to the days of amazing art in comic books, wherein the cover mirrors the interior art. There is no bait and switch. What you see on the cover is what you're getting inside. So let's take a look inside, shall we? On the inside cover we have 2 books. Conan's original comic adventures are back and better than ever. Back in print, remastered, oversized omnibus editions. The definitive collections of classic Conan the Barbarian and The Savage Sword of Conan, featuring stories by Roy Thomas, Barry Windsor Smith, and John Buscema. From TitanComics.com, folks. Once again, we get a map, which is great. And on the map, we have Samaria. And within Samaria, there is Venarium. We begin the story in a small settlement called Holler's Rome. And right off the bat, we have a massive bar brawl inside a bar in Holler's Rome. And Conan is at the forefront of the brawl. Fantastic 2-page spread with some panel inserts. Conan the Barbarian, bound in Blackstone. Scourge of the Dead, Part 1. So he's brawling, and then he begins talking to the barmaid. So there's another nice 2-page spread with a couple of inserts where Conan is recalling his earlier days at the Battle of Venarium, battling the Aquilonian army. And so we get back to the bar, and the barmaid is getting frisky with Conan, and he's definitely thinking about it, when all of a sudden a man enters. Dark omens and deviltry. Something is afoot. And immediately someone rides in on horseback and is trying to warn these people to get out because something bad is coming their way. Now, I'm not going to give away the story here, folks. That's just the setup, okay? But this 2-page spread is fantastic and just gives a hint of the badness coming their way. What a fantastic 2-page spread here by de la Torre. Pretty darn sure this is the first appearance of Brissa of the Gurian tribe. She is a Pict, and she figures largely in this entire story. That's as much as I'm going to show you of the story. It is fantastic. What a great setup. I am absolutely looking forward to the next 3 issues. And here towards the back, once again, I love the way Titan is doing this. Robert E. Howard and his Ages Undreamed Of. It explains a bit about Howard's shared universe. The Picts, the Atlanteans, the Lemurians, and the Celts. From the dawn of history up to the Roman Empire. In the Hyborian Age, the Hyrcanians are descendants of the Lemurians, and the Sumerians are descendants of the Atlanteans. And the Picts are, well, the Picts. In his fictional timeline, they were the first race and ever present in his yarns. The proud Pictish warrior Brule the Spear Slayer fought alongside Coll in antediluvian times. In Roman times, Bran Mac Morn, last of the great line of Pictish kings, fought a doomed war to save his people. Chainmail. They start right off the bat here with the first issue. Of course, these are people commenting on issue number 0, which was the Free Comic Book Day issue. Highly recommended, folks. If you go to titan-comics.com, you can still download the Free Comic Book Day comic, the opener to Conan the Barbarian series, in PDF or Kindle. So some great letters here, and once again, people know exactly what's going on. When I say the art and story in this series is reminiscent of classic Conan 60s, 70s, 80s, Marvel, John Buscema, Frank Frazetta paintings, this is it, folks. That's exactly what's going on. Check this out. Jim Zub knows and loves this character. Correct. And the art by Rob De La Torre takes me back to the Conan comics I read as a kid, which were superbly drawn by John Buscema. I am looking forward to reading further adventures. Yes. And here we have the entire page of variant covers for issue number 1, if you can believe it. I gotta tell you, with a couple of these covers, this is the first time, especially in modern comic book, like in the last 20 years with modern comics, this is the first time a few of the variant covers are not as good as the interior art. Typically speaking, they of course have these wow covers, and then the interior art is subpar. But with this, with Rob De La Torre's art, it is absolutely the opposite. These guys, the artists doing the variants on some of these covers have to keep pace with Rob De La Torre, and that is no easy task. And here we have the back cover with reviews. So there you have it, folks. Issue number 1 of Conan the Barbarian from Titan Comics, written by Jim Zub with art by the extraordinary Roberto de la Torre. Highly recommended. Get an issue while you can. The first printing has sold out, so they are already on the second printing of this thing. Titan Comics has sold over 100,000 copies of issue number 1 of Conan the Barbarian. I think this series is going to be monumental. So go to your local comic book store or check out stores online and get a couple of copies. Check out some of the variants, because there are some great variant covers, and most of the great variant covers are Rob De La Torre covers, in my opinion. There's some other ones that are pretty good, but yeah, I'll be sticking to the De La Torre stuff. It is absolutely amazing. Thank you for watching this video, and I will talk to you soon.